Like, there have to be reasons that you get up in the morning and you want to live. Like, why do you want to live? What's the point? What inspires you? What do you love about the future? And if we're not out there, if the future does not include being out there among the stars, and being a multi-planet species, I find that it's incredibly depressing if that's not the future that we're going to have. I look at the future from a standpoint of probabilities. It's like a branching stream of probabilities, and there are actions that we can take that affect those probabilities. Becoming a multi-planet species in space-faring civilization, this is not inevitable. It's very important to appreciate this is not inevitable. If you look at the progress in space, in 1969 we were able to send somebody to the moon. Then we had the space shuttle. The space shuttle could only take people to low Earth orbit. Then the space shuttle retired, and the United States could take no one to orbit. So that's the trend. The trend is like down to nothing. People are mistaken when they think that technology just automatically improves. It does not automatically improve. It only improves if a lot of people work very hard to make it better. By itself, degrade, actually. You look at great civilizations like ancient Egypt, and they always make the pyramids, and they forgot how to do that. And the Romans, they built these incredible aqueducts, they forgot how to do it. I think the value of beauty and inspiration is very much underrated, no question. But I want to be clear, I'm not trying to be anyone's savior. That is not I'm just trying to think about the future and not be sad.
Verify range go.
Range green.
First stage tank pressing up.
A well thought out critique of whatever you're doing is as valuable as gold.
That third failure in a row. Did you think, I need to pack this in?
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't ever give up. I mean, I'd have to be dead or really incapacitated.
8 weeks later, Musk bet the company on another flight.
We have liftoff.
This time around, everything worked.
Perfect.
If that fourth launch had worked, that would have been it. We would have not had the resources to
Successful entrepreneurs probably come in all sizes, shapes, and flavors. Some of the things I've described already, I think, are very important. I think really an obsessive nature with respect to the quality of the product. Really liking what you do, whatever area that you get into. Given that, even if you're the best, there's always a chance of failure. So I think it's important that you really like whatever you do. If you don't like it, life is too short. When my brother and I were starting our first company, instead of getting an apartment, we just rented a small office and we slept on the couch. We had just one computer, so the website was up during the day and I was coding at night. 7 days a week, all the time.
you just keep going. Get it.
Put $90 billion, like 50 years of race into solar and wind, to Solyndra and Fisker and Tesla and Enter1. I mean, I had a friend who said, you don't just pick the winners and losers, you pick the losers.
I'm available 24/7 to help solve issues. Call me 3 a.m. on a Sunday morning, I don't care.
But his bets paid off.
We didn't just repay the principal, we actually repaid it with interest and a bonus payment. So ultimately, the U.S. taxpayer actually made a profit of over $20 million on this loan.
Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week. If other people are putting in 40-hour work weeks and you're putting in 100-hour work weeks, you will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year to achieve. A natural human tendency is wishful thinking. So a challenge for entrepreneurs is to say, well, what's the difference between really believing in your ideals and sticking to them versus pursuing some unrealistic dream that doesn't actually have merit? Your product or service needs to be much better. It can't be a little bit better. So all those things improve the odds of success. I think my sort of drive to get it done is somewhat disconnected from hope, enthusiasm, or anything else. I actually just don't care about hope or enthusiasm, motivation. I just give it everything I've got, irrespective of what the circumstances may be.
It's been 15 years to get to this point. It's taken us a long time. A lot of difficult steps along the way. Creating a company is almost like having a child. So it's sort of like, how do you say your child should not have food? Even if it ruins you. Yeah.
I remember waking up the Sunday before Christmas in 2008 and thinking to myself, man, I never thought I'd someone who could ever be capable of nervous breakdown. But I felt this is the closest I've ever come. So many people tried to talk me out of starting a road company. It was crazy. One good friend of mine collected a whole series of videos of rockets blowing up and made me watch those. He just didn't want me to lose all my money.
And in the end, I had to invest everything. And I was borrowing money from friends to pay the rent. What we'd like to do is to establish a city on Mars and help make humanity a multi-planet species and a true spacefaring civilization. That's the ultimate goal. I'm not saying we will do it, I'm just saying we're going to try.
You had that third failure in a row. Did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
I'll never give up. NASA called and told us that we'd won a $1.5 billion contract.
If you need inspiring words, don't do it. I think wishful thinking is innate in the human brain. Having civilization and life as we know it extend beyond Earth to the rest of the solar system and ultimately to other star systems. That's the future that's exciting and inspiring. You need things like that to be glad to wake up in the morning.
We're doing these things that seem unlikely to succeed, and we've been fortunate, and at least thus far they have succeeded.
Life can't be just about solving problems. Like, there have to be things that are inspiring and exciting that make you glad to be alive. And ultimately, be out there among the stars. It has actually been a very difficult journey, I have to say.
Here is a path to do it, even if that path has a lot of danger associated with it, risk, and maybe it won't succeed. Why it's important, and even if the odds are that it won't succeed, it's worth trying to do it. I'm just incredibly proud of the SpaceX team for being able to achieve this incredible milestone in the history of space. SpaceX has got 5,000 people, and I get a lot of attention, but they really did the work.